This group of poems is entitled Interiors. Recipe for Life. It's like the time I tried to learn how Mama made her whole wheat rolls. Why, honey, there's nothing much to it. You take about 6 cups of flour, half whole wheat, half white, pinch of salt, some sugar, warm milk to soften the yeast, enough milk to blend it all. Mix it well, then knead it till it feels right. That's all there is to it. One of the things she left out was how she hummed as she mixed it, slowly advancing to singing by the time she started kneading. I tried and tried, but my rolls never turned out like Mama's. Well, I don't bake at all anymore. But you know, when life's troubles start weighing me down, I listen hard for that clear voice. There's nothing to it. You just do it till you get it right. Tobacco ties. We make tobacco ties from red flannel, bring cigarettes, a gift for an itinerant medicine man. Customs gave him a hard time at the Canadian border. Didn't like the looks of assorted herbs and feathers. He lights sage, blows smoke to 4 directions, says, "You will never forget how this feels," then flicks me with an eagle feather. He asks why I have come to him. I say, my skepticism, lack of faith. And he says, perhaps that is your gift. Beyond the hedge. Everyone said she was nuts and never came to the door. Her German shepherd growled at me behind the tall hedge surrounding her yard. She called the dog and invited me in, saying she knew of my butterfly collection and had something she wanted to show me. Her eyes smiled, so I believed her. I decided not to ask Mother, afraid she wouldn't let me come. The living room was cool with the shades drawn, air pungent with burning sage. In the center of the room, ladder-back chair, oak table covered with papers and books, underwood typewriter on a stand. At a mahogany cabinet, she opened a drawer and motioned for me to come near. The glass case inside was filled with butterflies unlike any I had seen, each stuck with a pin, labeled with its Latin name, place where it was found. From Australia. iridescent blue-green Ulysses, Indonesia's pride, poisonous Goliath bird wing, Madre de Dios blue morpho from Peru, brilliant alongside an orange oak tiger, red lacewing from Nepal. She saved her prize for last. A 9-inch African giant swallowtail. She told me butterflies and moths are from the second largest insect order after beetles. She started her collection in high school, studied Lepidoptera in college, then traveled 5 years collecting abroad. At Machu Picchu, when she looked into a hole at the base of an ancient tree, a sudden cloud of butterflies surged out and spiraled all around her. Listening to her, I was lost in time. She finally reminded me it was getting dark, gave me a copy of Gene Stratton Porter's Girl of the Limberlost, thanked me for coming. Then I walked out beyond the tall hedge into the radiant darkness. The work we do is heart work. My son asks me, how can I learn to trust my heart? I've tried everything, scores of workshops, endless meditation. Nothing helps. How can I learn to trust my heart? I want so much to be able to answer. Our everyday speech is filled with heart, usually spoken without heart connection. Take heart, lose heart, learn by heart. Native peoples have learned not to trust anyone's prepared speech, knowing the heart connection won't be there. How can I learn to trust my heart? Don't plan ahead. Be willing to respond without rehearsing. And if nothing comes, stay in the silence. Rose. Rose sits composed in her chair while her roommate hogs my attention until she's wheeled to the dining room. Now it's Rose and me. Her face is an intricate maze of lines. Her left eye has a cast to it. She must be in her late 90s and doesn't hear well. I try making conversation, but she barely responds. I ask if I can do anything for her before I leave, and she says, I wonder, would you care to comb my hair? Her hair is soft and thin, like my granny's. The scalp shows pink beneath the whiteness of her hair. I remove tortoiseshell combs from the side wisps and 4 plastic hairpins holding a braid at the nape of her neck. She sits stone still, almost enjoying it, as I loosen the braid and brush her hair. 2 hairpins break as I secure the braid, and I hear myself say, when I come next week, I'll bring new pins. I turn to go, and she says, I reckon you figure I don't want you here if I don't talk. So I sit with her. We don't talk. We don't need to.